G'day, I'm Jared from Tyreview and I'm here with Chris from Tyreview as well, and he's been rolling on the Toyo Open Country RTs for the last, how many Ks, Chris?
Roughly 15,000 Ks now I've just had it, just over 15,000 Ks. So.
Yeah, okay, and what sort of terrain have you been through? I mean, obviously day to day you're using them.
Look, day to day a lot of highway use to and from work. Obviously weekends I use the 200 series fairly heavily off-roading. We did do a big trip, about 9,000 Ks through corner country in South Australia for the Variety Children's Charity. We did a big drive with those guys where we really put these tyres to the test when they first came out in Australia. And look, they got a real hammering and they performed really, really well. I was quite impressed. So.
Yeah, because you certainly don't hang around when you're driving, particularly off-road.
No, exactly. And I mean, the first set of Toyos I've actually run off-road, and I was really impressed. And we actually had the lock nut key left about 5,000 kilometres away, and I was a bit panicky worrying about whether we'd get a puncture or whether we'd get a sidewall damage and that sort of stuff for the whole trip. Fortunately we didn't. They behaved and they did everything they needed to do when it came to the crunch.
How'd you go with Big Red?
Big Red, I was one of the only two cars that did it. Yeah, lots of momentum and lots of revs, and with a big V8 it did no problems. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So what sort of, how's the overall experience of driving on the tyres? Are they noisy? I mean,
they're a cross between tyres. So I mean, like they're certainly not all-terrain. They're certainly not a mud terrain, but they're a really good mix in between the two. I mean, it's the first time I've seen this sort of pattern, of an all-terrain and a mud terrain together. But they're certainly not a noisy tyre whatsoever. Like they said, in mud, where I've used it a fair bit in Tassie here, they've been fantastic. And look, on the highway, they're a really good tyre too. I mean, I had no real issues with them. I mean, they're certainly a little bit noisier than an all-terrain, but bugger all. Yep. It's marginal.
Awesome. So what sort of driver would you recommend these for?
Look, I'd probably recommend for anyone who's running, anyone who likes to get off-road. Do you know what I mean? Like, as I said, it's good if you're going to do that little extra bit of challenging stuff. Then it's nice to know you got that bit of extra, those bigger sipes, those bigger grips in order to really bite into the mud, the rock, or whatever you're trying to get traction on.
Yeah, for sure. They really seem like the jack of all trade tyres. So.
Yep. No, well, like I said, I'm well impressed by them. Again, I've run a lot of different all-terrain tyres, mud terrain tyres, all that sort of stuff in my time, and these so far not an issue. So,
awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for your opinion, Chris. Cheers.
To see our full written review and ratings breakdown, visit tyreview.com.au.